The skies over Washington, D.C., darkened with tragedy on January 29, 2025. At approximately 3 p.m. EST, a routine flight approaching Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport turned disastrous. American Eagle Flight 5342, a Bombardier CRJ-700 carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members, collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. The helicopter, with 3 crew members on board, was engaged in a nighttime training exercise. The collision occurred over the Potomac River, casting a somber shadow over the nation's capital. There were no survivors. The impact, witnessed by horrified onlookers on the ground, claimed the lives of all 67 individuals aboard both aircraft. The victims represented a cross-section of American life, including families returning from a figure skating competition, off-duty soldiers, and dedicated airline professionals. The nation mourned as news of the catastrophic event spread, with expressions of grief and condolences pouring in from around the world. American Eagle Flight 5342, en route from Wichita, Kansas, was making its final approach to runway 33 at Reagan National Airport. The U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter, part of a training mission related to continuity of government, was operating in the vicinity. The exact sequence of events leading to the collision remains under intense scrutiny. Preliminary reports indicate that the Black Hawk helicopter, potentially deviating from its approved flight path, was operating at an altitude of 300 feet. This was higher than the customary 200 feet for helicopters in that airspace. Flight 5342, at an altitude of 375 feet, was on a standard approach path. The collision occurred near the point where the helicopter's flight path intersected with the airplane's descent. Emergency response teams raced to the scene within minutes of the collision, met with a chaotic and heartbreaking scene. Debris from both aircraft was scattered across a wide area of the Potomac River, hampering initial rescue efforts. The challenging conditions, with water depths reaching 8 feet, strong currents, and accumulating ice, further complicated the recovery operation. Despite the Herculean efforts of first responders, it quickly became apparent that there were no survivors. The focus shifted to recovering the victims and preserving evidence for the investigation. Bradley Point Park, a nearby recreational area, was transformed into a temporary morgue, a grim testament to the scale of the tragedy. Reagan National Airport was largely shut down, with flights grounded or diverted. American Airlines, the parent company of American Eagle, established a dedicated support center at the airport to assist the grieving families of the victims. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, immediately launched a comprehensive investigation into the cause of the collision. Investigators are focusing on various factors, including potential human error, mechanical failure, and possible deviations from established flight procedures. The recovery of both flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders from both aircraft will be crucial in piecing together the events leading to the collision. The investigation is expected to take several months, with a final report detailing the findings and recommendations to prevent similar tragedies in the future. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the importance of unwavering vigilance when it comes to aviation safety.